All right, class. So I took Tracy Tuma's project, excuse me, and I added a little bit just in the corner, just to show you guys. You're learning the software, but I want you to be designers as well. So I didn't do a lot. I spent just a few minutes on this. Honestly, this is less than 10 minutes worth of stuff, and you can see that I didn't even put my railing over the side here, but I added a little glass railing here, just using the railing tool. I found a few pieces of graphic design style work off the internet and saved those images. So we've got a big graphic design one here. I've got one that's Coldplay up here, and I've got a Helvetica font one down here that kind of livens up that waiting area, so it looks like, you know, they're seeing the work. I added people. They're in the Entourage folder. The people are in Entourage. You should definitely add people. I added a little soffit with 3 wall washers that hit this poster, so I could really see this thing starting to light up, especially in the evening. Like, people could see this from outside, those big windows coming in. And then I even wrapped the column, and I put a little indent in the column to give it some architectural interest. Like I said, this was not a lot. Like, if I were designing this space, I'd be doing a lot more than that to it. But I wanted to give you guys a basic idea. Then I spent a little time and let it render, and there's the rendering. Now you can see this guy, he's hovering a little bit. That's because the flooring has got a high gloss to it. I would cut down the gloss on the flooring. I would probably even take the sunlight down a bit. But I wanted to show you guys, you know, like, see the 3 little wall washers? See how you're getting a little bit of a scalp effect? If I made this just a night shot, and you could really then see the scalp effect and what the lights are doing. And if I just do over here, interior, artificial only, that would really do that. But here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go into adjust exposure, and see, here's your exposure values, brighter, darker type of thing. So you can take and actually play with this thing a little. Oh, hold on. That's not how I wanted to do it. I'm going to grab this right there. Okay. Let's make that a little darker. Apply, see what that's starting to look like. See how it starts to pull it down a bit more. The highlights, let's brighten them up just a hair. Okay, midtones are good. Shadows, shadows should be fine. I don't see anything really killing me on the shadow. Saturation, what point? Just turning it down a little bit really helps this out. Saturation, gray to intense. I want to make it a little more intense. Let's see if that does. There we go. Gives it a little more color to it instead of being so washed out and gray. My midtones, let's pull those up and see what that does for me too. There we go. That's a little bit nicer. It's a lot crisper. So when you're showing a client or something like that, you want that crispness. But there you go. So you can see, just even in a few minutes, adding some artwork, adding some lighting, adding some architectural elements, people, this starts to make a space happen. And it makes it really seem a little bit more like something you could sell then, is why you're being the interior designer for the space. All right, so next week, you're going to work on the ones that you've created here. I did this one in a high. It took, how long did that one take? I don't even remember now. I think it took 22 minutes on my computer to do it on high. All right. You can see the pixelation is very limited, just down to here. Like I said, if I were really doing this, I would cut down the amount of gloss on my flooring material. Really knock that down to make it a little, quite a bit flatter looking. But overall, there's the idea. Entourage, again, you know, people, add them, you need them. And what you want to do week 5 is you want to fix these things up. Now you've done the shots and you see that. See the areas that you think you could really design better, and work with that and go with it. All right?